I was told yesterday that I had some intuitive thoughts. Yeah, the whole fucking religion is intuitive. It's also based on patterns I see throughout life. And the simple fact that you have to incentivize anybody to do anything. What do I mean when I say that? Incentivize somebody to do something, they are more on your side. My intuition is what's going to make me famous. Because I put out these videos. I can do one of these videos every day talking about how people should live and how people should treat each other in general. Eventually my following will get big enough. I'm making some pretty good money. Now, instead of being the clown like some of these other influencers are, I could take that money and do good things with. Like, let's say, for instance, when I get my $1 million, and then I'll go about finding good people. I have about 5 already on my head right now. I want them to work for me. I will be paying my employees. I'll find somebody that I know that's good at heart. I'll tell them, hey, you want to work for me the next year? I'll give you $100,000 today. $100,000, some people make way more than $100,000 a year. But most people make a lot less than $100,000 in a year. So I'll be able to build me a whole army of people. Each time I get $100,000, to just hire me another individual. And the original million will be to build my church. And my church will be a little bit different, because my church will have little houses around it. And those little houses will be free to the people that work for Cannabizm. And Cannabizm will also have the vehicles and everything that the person could want. Like, Cannabizm will have boats, Cannabizm will have jet skis, Cannabizm will have motorcycles that can be used by any cannabist that is part of the local chapter of the religion. Cannabizm wants to take care of you completely. Wants to make sure that you don't spend that $100,000 while you're working for Cannabizm. But at the same time, wants you to do good things while you work for Cannabizm. So, not only will my employees be devoted to me because I pay them in advance, they'll feel more of an obligation to do a good job. At the same time, get a discount because I pay them in advance. I mean, that's a win-win, right? You big businesses out there that make millions of dollars a year, that pay people over $100,000 a year to work for them. Go up to the employees and ask them, hey, would you rather me pay you in advance, or would you rather me pay you by hour? I bet you they say in advance. Yeah, there's a lot of risk to paying people in advance, but if those people want to mess it up, they ain't going to have a job next year, are they? Offer somebody the world and they screw that up, you ain't got to hire them again, do you? Like the whole intuitive thinking about children. See, the hospital should have nurseries that take care of kids when they're first born for, I'd like to say, up till it's time for school. And then schools should have daycares that also take care of kids for when parents are at work the off hours at night. Now, granted, we're going to need a lot more workers, but those workers will be all paid in advance. So, can you imagine being a teacher or being a child care provider and making $100,000 a year just up front in advance? Cannabizm would like to make it to where, you know, if parents don't want children and they accidentally have one, Cannabizm would love to raise that child for the parents, as long as the parents do some kind of job related to raising that child. You know, of course the parent needs to be responsible for raising their own children, but they shouldn't be burdened by it. Think about how many times children are left in dumpsters or trafficked, abused, mentally abused. Think about how many times all that has happened. Yeah, there's a lot of parents that don't want their kids staying at the hospital and letting cannabis raise them. But there's even more parents that don't want them kids at all. That them kids need a real chance. Kids going to school for 18 years and all they get is a diploma. How fucking fair is that, right? I mean, at least 10 years of that is studying, thinking, working, showing up, going to class on time. So why don't they get paid whenever they graduate? Why don't they get a bonus for how good they did in school? What achievements they accomplished? Why don't our children get a head start? Instead of being born into a poor family, living a poor life, doing good in school, and having to go out and find your own career and build yourself up when you're 30, 40 years old, finally having your wealth. I mean, students should get incentive for doing good. Intuitive thinking is me knowing for a fact that you give them kids an incentive to be good and to do good during school, you'll have a lot less kids dropping out. You'll have a lot less kids failing their grades. You'll have a lot less bullies in school, because they know if they're going to bully somebody, or if they're going to be bad, if they're going to get criminal record, that they ain't going to have no chance to get their reward when they graduate. I mean, you could even make it as an American thing. Make sure you're only paying the people that are legally here. And that's another thing. Intuitive thinking would be taking all these people that are coming here illegally, finding a way to make it to where they're here legally a little bit easier. You know, if you make it easier to get into the country, maybe you'll have less rapists and shit coming into the country. Maybe you can screen the people you let in instead of just letting whoever in. It's not really intuition that I'm speaking from. It's recognizing the patterns. If certain people get certain things, they will do certain things for that certain something. I'm 45 years old. I've been taking care of my kids for the last 5-6 years. I mean, I'm a stay-home dad. All this stuff is stuff that I think they should have when they graduate. If I would have had that $100,000 when I got out of school, I have actually graduated high school. But see, when I was 16, I was bullied, I was picked on, I was called names. One of the names they called me when I was in school was Seal, because I'm fat and I waddle. So they say I walk like a seal. I finally just got used to it, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I got a nickname. Eventually it grew on me. I didn't mind getting called Seal no more. But when I was 16, I dropped out of school. There wasn't no incentive. I thought to myself, well, shoot, I could keep going to school and maybe one day have a good job. Or I can go ahead and drop out of school and start getting paid by the day. You know, I had a job, I dropped out, I was cooking chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken is a family-owned business because my aunt ran the place. My cousins were cooks and chefs and all that kind of crap. So it was a pretty good experience. But if I would have had that $100,000 to work for while I was in high school, I'm pretty sure I would have been an honor student to get that $100,000. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have got bullied in high school. I'm pretty sure that people wouldn't have made fun of me, that we would have all got along because we all had something that we were striving for and working towards, instead of just a piece of paper to hang on the wall. It's all based on patterns I've seen throughout the years and ways that I would fix the problems we have nowadays, like bullying, school shootings. There's a lot, fucking years of thought that helped me come up with this religion. And I wish everybody would just listen to me and let me try it out, at least a little trial period. So I'd like to say to you that this isn't really intuition. It's common sense. Make people's lives a little bit easier and maybe they'll have a happier time living it. But anyways, have a good day and enjoy this beautiful day in the neighborhood.